Hello and welcome to another creator commentary track. This time I am going to be talking over some time lapses of me drawing characters from the show Gravity Falls. If you don't know the show, Gravity Falls is an American mystery comedy animated series created by Alex Hirsch. It was on Disney Channel as well as Disney XD, and it ran from 2012 to 2014. You can actually watch the entire series now if you subscribe to Disney Plus. So I actually watched the show via the complete series that came out in 2018. Shout Factory, they put out really great discs, and I'm such a fan of physical media that I wanted to pick this up, and I think it was like less than $10 at the time. It came out in 2018, and I didn't touch it. I bought it, and it stayed in its plastic forever, and I didn't really watch it. I just was happy that I had it, and I was eventually gonna watch it. So the reason why I started watching it was because my eldest niece, my godchild, told me that the show was amazing, and she watched the entire thing on Disney Plus, and I was like, oh, I have that show, I should probably give it a shot. And so while I think within the first month of our baby being born, I had to stay up for nighttime feedings, and I was like, you know what, I should probably start this show. And so that's what I did, and I was so inspired by it. I was like, oh, I should draw up some of the characters kind of in a fun style that is not exactly like the show. And I would do that every night while I would watch episodes. I would draw and then wait for Marty to wake up. And the show is fantastic. I just want to point out here that I did copy and paste the first drawing, which is Dipper Pines, and pasted it onto the Mabel Pines, and then erased what I didn't need because they are twins on the show. And Mabel Pines might be my favorite character. Wonderfully voiced by Kristen Schaal. So if you're a fan of her and her voice, and you like her on Bob's Burgers, you'll like this character that she does. So yeah, I started watching it while I was just up, because I had to wait for Marty to wake up so I can feed her again. And I usually took the night shift, and this was like a good show to sort of keep my energy up. And the characters are wonderful. It's wonderfully animated. It's only 40 episodes, which was like, oh, I could get through this in a month, do 5 episodes a night or something. And yeah, I can see why everyone really enjoys it. It's such a fun, kooky show. It's kind of like an X-Files for kids, with Mabel and Dipper sort of being the Mulder and Scully, and then you have Grunkle Stan as the Grunkle Stan, which is voiced by Alex Hirsch. Here he is right now. And then he has a twin brother. Oh, maybe I shouldn't say that. That's a spoiler. But anyways, J.K. Simmons voices a character that looks kind of like Grunkle Stan. Let's just say that. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so it's kind of like the X-Files, and Grunkle Stan is kind of like the cigarette smoking man. There's an air of mystery to the whole thing, and it's wonderfully unraveled throughout the 40 episodes. So that's considered, I think, 2 seasons, 20 episodes per season. And yeah, it's got really wonderful depth and continuity that I didn't expect to have or see in a show like this. I thought it would be more episodic and more sitcom-esque, where it's they have an adventure and then that's it. But I didn't know that they would all eventually connect towards the end of its run. And I didn't do too much research on it. I know that I know that Jason Ritter plays Dipper Pines, and Linda Cardinelli plays Wendy. And that's as far as my research went into looking up this show. But I get a sense that they had a beginning, middle, and end, and they were like, this is what we can do in 40 episodes. I think. I don't know if it was canceled or anything like that. It doesn't seem like it was. And there's a lot of really great stuff in the show. This character here, his name is Soos, short for Jesus, and he's he might be my second favorite character. He's like a 20-year-old who works for Grunkle Stan and his mystery shack, and he's got like a big question mark on his chest, like a staff shirt, and he's super funny. Like, I like all the episodes with him where he like tries to get a girlfriend, and like he's way into video games, and he always says "sup dude," and like I know a guy who sounds just like that, where he's just like, "Dude, what's up, dude?" And so every time he would say "sup dude," I would think of that person. What else? Yeah, I always record the time lapse of these videos, of these drawings when I work on them. Never thinking that I would put them together in something. It's just good to have. And to be honest, like, I'm trying to fill up content for this Patreon, and I thought it'd be fun to talk about this show, like do like a kind of review while also showing you my artistic take on the characters. This is Wendy. This is the girl that Dipper is in love with, but she's a little bit older, and she's voiced by the great Linda Cardinelli, who you may know from Freaks and Geeks, and she was Velma in the Scooby-Doo movies, which were I think those were written by James Gunn. Guardians of the Galaxy's James Gunn. So a lot of really cool history when you look up stuff for a show and it kind of trickles down. Anyways, I hope you liked watching this creative process. I kept it very simple. I did design the characters like in a style that was a lot different than the show, and used very simple cell shading, not that much in terms of texture brushing, kind of like what I did with the Harley Quinn set, but this is the first time I'm doing it with a commentary. So there is the entire cast. I hope you enjoyed me ranting and raving about Gravity Falls. You should check it out, and I will see you on the next.